let it roll round a bit when it stopped as well, so otherwise it speeds it back up.
Hello, and welcome back to the Brotherhood.
Oh, stop it. Something we're supposed to be educated.
How are you guys and girls and people out there doing? Welcome to the show with me, Big G, and my buddy, Stevie Boy. So, hope you're well. This week's subject we have picked is about gambling.
Very hard, very hard.
Are you a big gambler?
Not at all.
Not at all. Never been?
I only bet against myself. I'm not against myself, for myself. Like you sort of say, play snooker for a tenner. I do that.
Oh, right, so little sort of side bets and all the rest of it.
Yeah, I've never been. I can't bet on something can walk and shit at the same time. How can you? I'll have 50 quid on that dog. It can walk and shit at the same time. Must be able to run.
If it walks and shits at the same time, it's got a bit of an issue.
Or fucking dogs. You know, they lick their balls. Well, I can have one on that. It can reach his balls. No, true. I really do find it a fucking mugs game. You can't win.
No, I agree with you. And I've noticed with the old fruities. The fruity machines nowadays. I mean, they're all digital. They're all electronic, which I don't really trust. Because bear in mind, in our day, it was like the old one-arm bandit.
Yeah. Polar bastards. Yeah.
But I was out having a beer. This was months ago, probably about 6-7 months ago, and with a mate of mine, and he's a big gambler. If you stood waiting at a bus stop, he'd have a bet on what colour the bus was, you know, or what the number was, or how many passengers were.
I've known a few.
Fucking terrible. So no, I've never really got into it. Anyway, we went for a beer before the main beer, and just in this pub was empty. And I thought, we'll sit at the bar, have a bit of a chat. No, so we go straight over to the fruity slings, and they take pound notes now.
Yeah.
20.
Pound notes?
Bosh. Yeah.
Pound notes.
20, right?
Oh, I thought you said pound notes.
Oh, no, not pound notes, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So he's literally just gone, things golloped the £20 note, and he stood there, bosh, 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 bosh. Oh, I'll hold them ones. Oh, I'll nudge that. Bosh. Another £20.
I can see one coming up down here.
I'm telling you now, he put in the space of 20 minutes. He must have stuck 200 quid in there.
Oh man, no.
And then he was chuffed because he got 80 quid back. He said, "Well, I won 80 quid." I said, "That's really, really good."
Should logic.
I said, "So you've only lost 120?" He went, "Yeah, I've got fucking 180 quid." But I just stood there thinking, what are you doing? There's not even any enjoyment in it. He stood there with holding, folding, and just talking away. Yeah, I'll have another beer, but and this machine's going, thank you very much, thank you very much, thank you very much. So actually, and I totally agree. The only people that win are people that own the fruit machines.
Can't lose.
Hold the bells, mate. Go on, hold them 2 bells. Go on, press the start. Just going to pay out a mint here. Right, exchange that for the nudge. Come out of the way. That third one drops right in. £3.20. Oh, ain't come in, that's weird.
I had a win there, 2 quid.
Yeah, it should have paid out, especially after the cherry sequence.
Well, it didn't.
Don't blame me, mate. I'm only trying to help. Blame Enard Leisure. They're making all the dough, aren't they?
Can't lose.
So
I've always wondered about 21s, blackjack.
Oh, see, cards I don't mind.
Yeah, but it's still the casino will always win, but it's a roulette. Now, how many numbers on a roulette table?
I don't know.
35.
Oh, okay. All right, 35. I'll take your word for it.
There is 35. How can you pick one number out and put £1,000 on it? One number?
But you can pick a colour though, can't you? I've never played roulette.
You got black or red, so it's 50%. So in other words, you can just bet black or bet red.
Right.
And but I think that's the easiest way to fucking do it.
Yeah.
But to pick one number out of 35, because that goes like quadruple or 8 times what you have put down. So if you put down a 1 on number 5 black, if it comes up, it's mega. The odds. It's mega. But how can you win?
No.
And shaking of the dice. Come on, baby. Yeah. Give me a 7. 4. What's the permutations that you're going to get that 7?
Yeah. No, so card games. Yeah. I mean, back in the Fire Brigade days, I was based at Edmonton. And there was about 5 of us used to like playing cards on nights.
Yeah.
Obviously, we were, saving lives and all the rest of it. But we would, once all the bits and bobs were done, we'd sit down, we'd have dinner, sit down, and then we'd sit down and go, right, who's playing? And it was only like, a £1 here and 50p there and whatnot. But
soon builds up.
Oh, you still been in a lot.
You must have been cheating. Or you had a word
cheating at all.
on your head.
No, I wasn't cheating at all. The main game we used to play was poker.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
I used to do the old,
never
my
was.
favourite was doing, you get your cards and you go, all right, and I'd always go, yes, all in. But no, so I don't mind that for sort of fun, and I've always seen myself as being quite an addictive character.
I am, yeah.
It's not. I'm not half in. I'm all in.
All in, fine.
But gambling's never really, and I'm pleased about that. It's never really grabbed me. I don't think I've ever done a Sky bet. I've never, I've gone to the dog track on the odd occasion and this, that, and the other. But so what would you deem to be? At what point does someone become a gambling addict?
When they're losing more than they're winning, which they all fucking do.
Okay.
And there is a buzz there, isn't there? As I've said many a time. If I'm playing with the family,
Yeah.
I want to win. I won't draw no calls. I play with my darling daughter, and if fucking I can win, I can win. And it gives you a buzz. It does give you a buzz. Especially Boxing Day, we used to go around Sue's dad's place, and it was a Boxing Day tradition. All the boys sat down and played bridge. Crib. Not crib. No, Javol. Brag.
Brag.
Yeah,
Right,
so
okay.
I have a 3-card, 6-card brag, 9-card brag. I used to cheat like fucking Billy over that. I used to skin them. I used to cheat. Let's play 9-card brag. That's 9 cards you got, yeah? So, but when it was my deal, I was just doing myself 14, 15 cards. So you're doing like nicely, not span them all out. And so you got to get two threes.
Yeah.
So you throw 3 cards away. So when I'm throwing 3 cards away, I'm throwing about 20. but when you won, I used to get a buzz. So I can imagine what it's like for a gambler.
Yeah.
As in, like when Danny was a fighter, a cage fighter, the adrenaline that he was drawing in when he was walking towards the ring.
Yeah.
It's got to be like gambling. The adrenaline, fucking on, I want that also, I want that also. And yeah, when you win it,
Yeah.
I think it's a big adrenaline thing.
Yeah. But,
Can't be depression or anxiety.
no. But I'm just curious to know at what point does someone what's the line? What's the line that you cross?
I've really looked up extensively. I've looked it all up, and I choose there's not a lot out there because when we talk about drugs, and alcohol and whatever, we know that you've got to stop alcohol, you've got to stop the drugs. We've got a point to start with.
Yep.
But you've just asked a question. Well, what point? Because I think it's a mugs game. Probably loads of people think it's a mugs game, but where do you start? Where do me and you start now? If we've got a gambler looking at us, where can we say for you to go?
Well, there's always as we like to call it, signposting, etc. So I think one of the if you are having trouble with gambling, and I suppose to sort of answer my own question, in essence, I personally think that it goes from having a little flutter or playing the odd game of cards. I think for me, a gambling addiction comes about when you're
winning.
No, not when you're winning. For me, it's when you're betting or you're gambling to get the money back.
Oh yeah, well most of them do it eventually, don't they?
Yeah.
If not, say, in the bookie, like me. Borrowing money off you, I just need a couple of £100.
Yeah.
So that's what it
Oh, no, I'd send the boys round. So,
I could years ago.
So if you are, or you feel that you're, you've got into debt or you've got into bother because of gambling and you can't stop. I mean, obviously, the Gaming Commission, I think, was held accountable.
They was
a number of years back.
Yeah.
And I think all of these, Paddy Power and Betfred, etc., they have to put across, not so much, you just should be the advert to be Paddy Power, we'll do this and we'll do that. They have to put across responsibly. Bet responsibly. You can put caps or spending limits on your accounts. Now, I've never used any of the apps, I'll be honest with you, because it just doesn't interest me.
A lot of people do. A lot of people I know do.
Yeah, but I think
sitting there have a bet when having a meal, you don't all have a bit of that.
Yeah, no. I mean, my eldest boy, he likes a bit of a bet, on he calls them hackers and this, that, and the other. I've got no idea what he's talking about. But I think it's when it starts affecting you financially and when you are you're not gambling for the enjoyment. You're gambling because you need to win that money
Draw
back.
some money back. Yeah.
So if you are struggling out there and you're struggling with gambling, and it's getting you into debt and it's getting you into bother, obviously you can call us 07762 99 1973 and chat to us, and we'll signpost you to where people that might help. If you're really in bother and it really is affecting your Samaritans 116123, there's a whole list, I've got to say, but when I say whole list, but there's 3 main helplines that you can contact. Now the first one, which I think is the biggest one, is called GamCare. That's GAM Care, GamCare, which is a national gambling helpline. It's open 24/7. You can WhatsApp, email, web chat, etc. The number, if you need to contact them, is 0808 8020 133. Numbers up just above my head or above Steve's head. Editor-in-chief will decide. The second one is Gamble Aware, which is National Gambling Support Network, and it's a self-referral via the Gamble Aware website. So just go to the Gamble Aware website and you can self-refer. And Primary Care Gambling Service, which is NHS partnered talking therapy clinics that accept self-referral from anywhere in the UK. If you need their number, again, it's up on the screen, 0300 0300 111. So there's 3 organisations there. If you need help, they will give you help. They will give you free advice. And like I say, if not, or you're really in bother and it's got to that point, then call the Samaritans. There's never any shame in doing it. It's always difficult to admit that you've got an issue, especially for men, because men don't like to admit stuff. But if you are struggling, you need help, give one of those a call, or give us a call, and we'll give you the information that you require. There's also specialist NHS clinics. Again, if you go on to Gamble Aware or on one of the websites just mentioned, they will signpost you to all these different
CBT and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, I can't even say that I can say anything from experience with this, if I'm being brutally honest. I've known a lot of people that gamble, and I've always looked at it. I'll be honest with you, like I said earlier, I've got an addictive personality, but it's never really grabbed me, and I'm actually glad that it hasn't grabbed me.
Perhaps we've got more common sense. Sorry to people out there that are suffering, but we've got more common sense to do it.
Yeah.
I've seen, I've got a brother-in-law he's not now, he's retired, loads of money, but he was a registered punter, what do you call it, professional horse racing punter, and you ring him up and he'll give you the fucking what might win there, so it, and then charge you 50 quid for it, blah blah blah. You used to have this room with all televisions all run out, all different races and whatever.
Okay.
So earning money, presumably. Well, we went to Ascot before the dog, so about 7 years ago. So as we're driving down there, I'm thinking, Simon, fuck me, I'm on my way to Ascot. We're here, give him a ring. Simon, what? Steve, I said, I'm on my way to Ascot. Get me back with your recommendations for the whole 8 races. Right, he said. Danny's saying, get me down there. This is my son-in-law. Get me fucking down. What? I've got what do they call it? A tip. I've got a tip for the first race. And I'm going, I don't fucking worry, got fucking Simon on it here, you know what I mean?
We got a horse whisperer.
Professional fucking gambler. So he's come back this Simon, so I forget the name, but he hit me with all the verses. Well, he gets in the car park, it's called, Danny's pulling his fucking hair out. I've got a fucking tip, I've got a tip. So as you've been to Ascot,
Yep.
So you go for, as you get to the main gates, there are betting things there right away. Now he shot straight in there to get his fucking bet on this horse. And excuse me, Squire, I've got the fucking winner here. I'll have a score on up your Jacksy, blah blah blah. Who won?
Don't know.
Danny. I mean, my professional fucking tipsters all come fourth. So listen, for all the 8 races, 6 I put on what he recommended, not 1-1. Yep. 2 left. I put money on the second from last one, and I won about 40 quid. And then Sue said, you haven't let me bet yet, can I have a bet? I went, yeah, fucking go on and give her 40 fucking quid. And she won. It was a rank outsider, about 12-1.
There you go.
So we come away winning, like, I don't know, about 450 quid, I think. But professional gambler, non-professional gambler, this fucker who's earning money out of it. You know what I mean? So don't forget he gets paid whether it wins or loses. You're trusting this guy.
I think the last horse race I bet on was 100-1, and it was a 3-legged horse called Clippity.
That's a Christmas cracker joke, isn't it?
No, so
But getting back to the car, I can see the thrill of it when we said about casinos.
it's a buzz, isn't it? It's
a
an
buzz,
adrenaline shot.
yeah. But the only one I think that you've got a good chance of winning, and more than a better chance than your poker, your bridge, your fucking roulette, and all that,
Yeah.
is blackjack. Because
Right.
you're only playing against that one man. You play blackjack. I mean, you call yourself the banker. You're the banker, and if you lose, God bless you, pay the fucking lot out. That can get expensive. That game indoors. So I think you've got a chance there because you're only playing one man
Or woman.
or woman, of
Yeah.
course. You know what I'm saying to you. So if I was to have a bet, it would only be on blackjack because I think you know, that's why card counters. I don't like card counters on blackjack.
Yeah. I've always wanted to go to a casino, and I've always said, and I've for some bizarre reason, I've slipped the net with going to Vegas, both with Virgin and with the current company.
Yeah, you have, yeah.
But so, and my friend went out there. When was this? 6, 7, 8 months ago, something like that.
I bet your friend loved it.
Well, no, not especially. But what happened was that she went into. I said, if you go into a casino, I said, this is all I know. This is all I know. You go into a casino, pick. There's one slot machine, and it's the biggest machine there, and I think it only takes like minimum $10 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I said, head for that, and just because they pay out big. So anyway, she's wandered into the casino. This was like 11 o'clock in the morning, and there's you know, whatever casino it was, there was hardly anyone in there. Anyway, she's gone in and she's put in $1 to one of these slot machines, and it's slung her out $30.
I would have walked
And she's
away.
taken it right. She got $30, and she's put $10 in. She found a big machine, put $10 in. It went up and up and up. $600.
Oh,
$600.
now you got that in your mind. I'm on a street.
She's then rung me. And she said, "You're never going to believe this. You're never going to believe this. I've won it. Blah blah. I put $1 in. I've won $30. I've won $600. I can't believe it. Bless her, because she'd had a bill coming at that point. It was going to pay her a bill. And I said, cash it in and get the fuck out of there. Cash it in and get out. She went, well, I've got $5 here. I'm just going to put it in. I went, don't do it. Anyway, she's on the phone, puts the $5 in. Oh my God. 100, 120, 140, 160. I said, what have you done? She went, I don't know what I'm doing. She walked out of that casino with $930 from putting $16 in.
It's enough to get you hooked.
Well, absolutely. But at that point, I said to her, get out.
Well,
get out of
thank fuck she's not flying there every week.
Right, okay.
Not just her. I mean, you know what I'm saying to you, if you've got that bus, you're going to give it a go again.
Oh, massively. But I've always said if I went to Vegas, I'd get either 500 or $1,000 or whatever it was, change it up, and I'd go. I wouldn't play roulette. It doesn't grab me. Or craps, you know, chucking dice, all that shit.
No.
I think I'd sit at the card tables, and when it's gone, it's gone. I'd ever go on the old slots as well, but once that $1,000's gone, whatever's left as a result of that, I'll keep. But you'd expect to lose. But some people do go in there and they do win.
But put it this way, this shows you how much I detest is a bad word. Don't like gambling. Is that Sue took me to Vegas on my 60th for a week. You know, Bellagio Hotel, of course. You know,
Of course,
overlooking
yeah.
the fountain.
Dancing fountains, yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
I bet it becomes boring after about 5 minutes, doesn't it?
No, they do about 6 different
nice.
to music, yeah. And of course, she picked the 7th floor overlooking, typical word, Margot Ledbetter, you know, overlooking the fact. Because 7 days is too long. Vegas is a weekend job.
Right.
Women on their own or guys on their own. Not me. Weekend job and away. Because you get bored looking at, come on, it's a fucking pyramid, you know, and there's all this business.
No,
but you just got to get that bored, go back to the room, say about 10 o'clock at night, you know what I mean? We just sit by the window, you know. You can't hear because it's fucking quadruple fucking glaze, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you got a telly. But we used to turn the sound down, and we could look at it and we go, long way to Tipperary or whatever. We guess what it's playing, and then turn it up and see who was right.
Fucking hell.
So, but what I was trying to mention there is, I never made a bet, never put a penny in a machine. Nothing.
Yeah.
Never even.
Oh, okay. All right. No.
Because it's a man's game, as you say. But the old pulley ones that you still be fiddled at.
Yeah.
But this is a fucking button, isn't it?
One of my fondest memories, which is sort of ties in with gambling, was my granddad. He was an hard-working fella, worked all of his life, and then his weekends, he'd have a pint over the pub, but he always had a bet on the GGs. And it always, and sorry if you can hear screaming, we're not in the middle of a junior school. It's the two little chaps next door just having a whale of a time, come out from school. But anyway, just shows that we're real people. It's not AI. It's not AI. Chat GPT. We're going to do a program about that. Anyway, so he would put a few bets on go over the betting shop, a few bets on the GGs, and he'd come home and he'd go, right, and you'd had, was it Grandstand? Yeah. Grandstand had come on, and for all of you at home that wouldn't know this, Grandstand was a sporting programme that started at like midday and went on till 5 o'clock. No, actually a bit later, about 6, 7 o'clock. Yeah. So in that,
they've done the polls and all that.
They've done the polls. In that, you'd get the football results, you'd get a football match, you'd get the wrestling.
Yeah.
Anyway. But my granddad, it was such a joy to watch. And what he'd do is he'd sit there with his newspaper and he'd start off in the chair and he'd be going, right, and he'd be going, Misty Buff is ahead by a furlong, and they're coming round to the flat, and here comes Misty Buff. And by the time they come to 8 furlongs or 2 jumps away from the thing, my granddad was at the telly with the paper rolled up. Like he was whipping a horn. Come on, Misty Buff! Come on, Misty Buff! And I'd be going, yeah, go on, Grandad, go on. I didn't have a clue what he was doing, but it was just the funniest thing to watch.
Not with my granddad, with Sue's mate. Well, look, we could go on forever. I'll just hit you with what I've got down. But really, you've got to do it all yourself. They've got to do it all yourself, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, you've hit them names. That's people to talk to. But if you haven't told your wife, tell your wife. She's someone to talk to. Best friend, same thing. Because that's all you'll be doing with a counsellor. But if it helps, go see a counsellor.
So the first point is talk to someone about it.
Yeah, of course.
That's the very first thing you need to do.
It's just say it's your wife, and your wife sympathises, not like most women do. But if they do, it basically is give your money to your wife. You don't have you haven't got no money.
I think obviously that depends on the degree of gambling or the degree of debt, etc.
Of course, they wouldn't be ringing us up. No,
of course. But I think the first thing, most importantly, is to get help. That's what we're saying, is get help. And we're not saying that lightly. There's probably people out there, and some of you that are gambling, thinking you haven't got a fucking clue, blah blah blah, because I need to get this amount of money and I don't earn enough. We totally get that, but the point that we're making is just speak to someone and get help. And if it's from GamCare or Gamblers Anonymous or whatever that is,
or your best friend,
your best friend, sometimes someone really unbiased who might just give you a completely different perspective.
Someone like us, really. Yeah. So the bits I've got is basically the gambling is like adrenaline. It's called
dopamine.
Dopamine. That comes.
So it releases that chemical in the body.
Yeah. It's a family. It can be family orientated. Your dad, brothers, and what have you.
Hereditary, almost.
Yeah. There's more men and women, but women are catching up.
Oh, okay.
With the betting, it's higher. It's a mental health problem. They've booked it as a mental health problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's more higher than depression, anxiety, and suicide worldwide.
Really?
Yeah, worldwide. And the help, which obviously it's not that really helpful, is what you've already bunged them out. Really,
Yeah.
So, my advice, I don't know where you're going to finish it off on. My advice is you've got to speak to somebody. If CBT and all that can work for you, go for that. If not, wife, best friend. But see the wife and just money. If you've got no money, you can't bet. You can borrow, which most gamblers do.
Yeah.
But if you've got a wife says you're off to work, here's your pocket money,
a
couple of quid for a roll or something.
Yeah.
You can't bet, can you?
Yeah.
But people let you on this fucking mobile, and it means that you don't have a mobile. I'm looking at you lot. You don't have a mobile. You don't have no access to money at all. And then so I'm asking you as a gambler, where do you go from there?
Yeah, beg, steal or borrow. Yeah. So, if you are gambling, if you feel that you've got a gambling addiction, give us a call at 07762 99 1973. If you need to speak to someone urgent, Samaritans 116123. We as I say, the numbers I've already put up for GamCare and this, that, and the other. Just go onto the internet and you can find all that information that you need.
Even if you do it online with the people, if you don't want to speak to them, do it online. They'll talk to you online.
No, absolutely. But like like we're saying, and the same really for everything that we talk about is speak to someone.
Yeah.
And like I say, it can be someone unbiased. It can be whoever makes you feel comfortable.
Mum, dad, if your mum and dad's still alive and whatever, you know.
Yep,
always got
absolutely.
a shoulder to cry on. And
Absolutely. So,
but what I'll leave it on my side is, if you've got no money, you can't do it. It's as easy as that.
yeah.
And you can't be helped with drugs or anything like that. It's an adrenaline thing that's got to be sorted. And
absolutely. We hope in some way, shape, or form that has helped. If it hasn't, then tell us, and if we can do better, then put it in the bottom of our homework book. Stephen Graham must try harder. 4 out of 5, or whatever that may be. But listen, the sun's shining. Please take care of yourself and take care of each other, and look out for our 5-minute rants. Can't really call them 5-minute rants, but our 5-minute discussions and we'll talk about.
We'll find a catchphrase for it.
We'll find a catchphrase for it.
If there's anything you want us to talk about, like your school days, anything, we'll breach it for you.
Yeah, school days. I think we need to do another one of those. Anyway,
I could do a whole one with Harrowfield School, my senior school.
Oh, no.
It could be hours.
My God. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying those. Give us feedback. Leave a comment. Stay safe. Have a great week, and we will catch up with you next week.
Yeah, bye now.
You take care.
Look after yourself.